right, very well. Now that the graphics is gone, this is the regular scheduled council meeting for the Village of Woodlawn, July the 28th, 2020. The time is now 7:10 p.m. All right, so we're just going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Vice Mayor, if you could just lead us in that pledge.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag.
of the
United States of America,
and to the republic
for which it stands,
one
nation,
under
under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice
for all.
for all.
Jerry, I didn't see that flag back there. I apologize. There it is. All right, very well. All right, Father God, right now, we just want to say thank you for allowing us to come again and do the business of the Village of Woodlawn. Lord, right now, in our times that we are living right now, Lord, we just ask that you strengthen our minds, that we would do the right thing for the residents here in the Village of Woodlawn. Right now, God, we just ask that you go into the homes of the bereaved right now here in the Village of Woodlawn and place a special blessing on their hearts. And blessing in thy Son Jesus' name is forsake. Amen.
Amen.
Very well. Moment. Roll call. Rosemary Brown.
Present.
Kiana Trabue.
Present.
Pam Fitzgerald. Pam Fitzgerald.
Here.
Thank you. Garrett Burkhalter.
Present.
Robert Lawson.
Present.
Esther Boyd.
Here.
Thank you. All right. Reading and disposal of previous minutes. Again, the minutes from the prior council meeting are not in front of us. We will have those for our August meeting for approval. Is everybody okay with that? Very well. All right. So I'm just going to continue on down the agenda tonight. Appointments, confirmation, and presentations. Tonight is a little unusual. We talked about that in law, where we're going to have to appoint an acting clerk of council for tonight's meeting only. So with that being said, I need a motion to appoint Tim Engel as our clerk of council for tonight's meeting.
So moved. I make a motion to appoint Tim Engel as the acting clerk of council for tonight's meeting.
A second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Burkhalter. Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Kiana Trabue.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm writing as I talk, so I apologize. Pam Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter.
Aye.
Bobby Lawson.
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Aye.
Thank you. All right, so I am not going to harbor on the the Charter Review Commission's findings that they shared with us, that was shared to us at law. So Mr. Trabue is not on Zoom with us tonight, but again, in front of you that we discussed in law is what he was going to report on, okay? Jerry, did we get anything from the public in terms of addressing council?
No, we did not.
Okay, very well, thank you. All right, so we had 2 committee reports for the month, one of which was finance and law. Pam, can you briefly go over what was discussed in finance? I know that we had packets that were sent out for those who picked them up. Can you briefly go through what the some of the highlights of that meeting was for finance?
Yes, sure. The Finance Committee meeting took place on July 20th, 2020. It was called to order at 7:02. There was a roll call that was done. Present members was myself, Kiana Trabune, Esther Boyd, Others in attendance, Mr. Lawson, many others, Chief Charles Willis, Rosemary Brown, Tim Engel, and also Chief Amos Johnson. Some of the highlights of the meeting were as follows. We had an income tax update. June tax revenue was down a little bit compared to 2019. There was a $112,000 difference compared to 2019 over 2020, which is pretty much expected during the times that we're in. Our road levy actually has $1,013,995, $1,013,995 in it. We also discussed tax court. They're working on a prosecutor and magistrate, which are actually on board for the tax court. Some of the other things that were discussed was a finance update. We received several reports in regards to appropriations, general fund that we requested. We talked about our negative funds, which our finance director is working on, working out some of those balances. He has a plan for that. We also talked about swim safe pool repairs. Our village manager met with the pool repair company to get a quote on some of those repairs. We hope to have that to begin some point in 2020. It will probably go on until 2021. Some of the things that they're trying to do is the concrete deck, a splash park, painting both pools. So that's in works right now. We also talked about our recreation and summer camp, how we've been doing so far. We're going to try to come up with some type of aggressive plan to reduce our general fund spend over in our rec and summer camp, or I should say our recreation department, in which our summer camp is under. We also talked about our compensation and retention of our police and fire employees. Want to try to promote some type of raises to attract new hires and to retain them as well. We also had, there was mention to possibly put on some sort of police and safety levy. We discussed that, something that we might try to do at a later point. So there was some discussions on that. There was also discussions on employment vacancy, which is our code enforcer that we dearly need in our village. The village is working on hiring possibly a part-time or even a full-time code enforcer. That's still in the works behind the scenes. And that was pretty much it as far as our details of our finance committee meeting that took place on July 20th, 2020. Is there any questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
All right. If we have any other questions for Ms. Fitzgerald and Finance, Law, Mr. Burkhalter, please.
Mine is short and sweet. What we discussed is legislation that's going to be before us tonight. Also, we discussed the charter revisions that the charter had made. We fully went over as council all the revisions that the Charter Commission made that will be presented before council tonight, I believe. And also we went into executive session to discuss employment of a public official, that some decisions or whatever may become before council tonight.
Very well. All right. He said short and sweet. I think he did good, y'all.
I think I did. I'm a little bit hoarse.
I hear you. Who you out there cheering for? All right.
I'm cheering for the village of Woodlawn.
How about that? How about that? Any questions for Mr. Burkhalter in law? Having none, the municipal manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple updates regarding the Shady Lane project. We're having a pre-construction meeting, basically more of a informational meeting with the residents on Shady Lane this coming Thursday at 3 o'clock. If those residents can't attend that, we'll still have our plans and everything at the office. They can stop in and we can review that with them. We know it's a very tight street, and there's going to be some logistic issues getting in and out. And so we're trying to work with those residents and the contractor. They plan on staging either next week or the week after to start that project. And also we've asked the contractor, Bruce Construction, to give us a price to fix the manhole that was on Springfield Pike at our north end that collapsed, and they are working on giving us a price on that. John R. Jurgison was awarded the Riddle Road project. Again, they plan on starting sometime in August. We reached out to them. I want to thank Anthony and our engineers for meeting with them last Thursday, late afternoon, to look at a cost estimate for Jones Alley from Springfield Pike back to the back side of the dollar store property that's been paved in the past but is in horrible shape. You do have legislation on the agenda tonight for that. It'll be a separate contract with them, but that was $12,336.50 to grind the existing pavement and then put new asphalt down. You did pass legislation so we could move forward on Chester Road, which is the engineering plans that the village is looking at taking on itself. We've applied for SCIP funds on several occasions and been unsuccessful with that. We're looking at doing half of it, so which is from Glendale Milford South down to the Lincoln Heights border, and that cost, estimated cost from our engineer was $286,000. So we'll have the engineering drawings done as soon as we can, and we'll move forward with that. Redneck Terrace is another one that I looked at our engineers to look at. If anyone's been back there in that industrial area there, that road is in really bad shape. It's concrete road. I believe most of it is. They gave us an estimate for full depth repair of roughly $272,800. I asked them about a total reconstruction since how poorly the road is. And so they're going to look at that and give me an estimate for that as well. With the Forest Avenue issue, since we met with Miss Williams there, the engineer gave us an estimate to construct a road on Forest, and it's roughly about $146,000. That's just a rough estimate. Not saying we're moving forward with that. That's kind of on hold until we see where we're at. I know we're happy to see we got $1 million in that road levy fund from the income tax, but it's going to be absorbed quickly when we keep doing some of these projects. You'll have another piece of legislation on the agenda tonight. This is for Grove Road. A storm sewer collapse goes in between two properties, crosses Grove Road, and goes in between two properties to the south side, and it goes back into a creek that has totally failed. And J.K. Muir gave us a price, and you have legislation on the agenda. They were $20,000 something. I can pull the ledgers, $20,750. The other estimate Mr. Brown was able to get from another contractor was $40,000. So that's why we're suggesting tonight we go with J.K. Muir. We had a couple things that hot water issue heater that was tagged out by Duke Energy. We had a leak and we had to get that fixed down at the Public Works garage. They're trying to locate is it the hot water heater or if it's the line itself to fix that issue. So we're working on that. We can't have that exist down at the Public Works building. We also had a vehicle, one of our larger dump trucks, the Ford 550, which required a full system replacement of the fuel system. That it went bad on us, and that estimate is anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. But we're looking at that and working on that. Hopefully we can get the price down, but I've asked Mr. Brown to look at other contractors or other mechanics to see what they can do. But it could have been bad diesel fuel. We're just not sure, but it has some age on it. I think Mr. Brown's there. I think Anthony's had a 2008 vehicle. Anthony's not responding, so.
On mute.
Yeah, I think he put a still picture of himself up there. He's not moving, so.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, a lot of the other things are on the agenda that I had for tonight that we have discussed either at finance or at law for legislation for this evening. And regarding the pool improvements, Mr. Sanders and I did meet with the gentleman from Shamrock Pools, and we are looking possibly either one contract for all three items that were discussed by Ms. Fitzgerald, or splitting it out and having the painting separate from the concrete decking work and the splash park. We might bid that out as two options, but we haven't finalized that yet. But I am asking council, when we do get those specifications back and some help with that, we might want a special council meeting in August. I don't want to wait till the end of August. I would prefer that once we get the specs back, we enter into a contract or go out for bids right away and try to get that finalized so that we're not getting into September or October.
I agree.
And the compensation package that we talked about with the police and fire, our safety departments at the committee of the whole is an August meeting, and Mr. Engel and I plan on presenting a compensation package to the committee of the whole for police and fire. Code enforcement, we're still working on trying to hire somebody there. I would prefer, I know there's been a suggestion of a full-time. It's easier if we hire part-time and go to full-time than versus hire full-time and have to revert back to a part-time position. But we are working on that, and we'll have to do some advertisement for that position. Also, I did receive Mr. Sanders' letter of resignation. As I mentioned at the law committee, Steve's leaving us. Sad to see Steve go, but he is leaving. He's going to the city of Springdale. And his last day that Stephen gave me in his letter. Is that August 7th, Steve? Here it is. August 7th will be his last day. Work at the village of Woodlawn. So.
And Jerry, Steve is our recreation director, correct?
Yes. Steve Sanders is our recreation director, and Steve is leaving. So August 7th will be his last day. I did get a number of resumes and things from the city of Springdale for their other recruitment process to see if we can find somebody qualified, somebody that would fit our community, and somebody that is interested in the position. I've looked at quite a few of them. I'm not that satisfied with all of them, but there might be a few that I might want to reach out to. So we'll be starting that hiring process as well. And that's all I have.
All right. Anybody have any questions for the manager?
I do.
Sure. Go ahead, Pam.
For the vacancy, I think we should consider opening it up to more people.
We are.
Okay.
We are. If you didn't catch it, he's saying that he received those resumes just to review those, but he's not really comfortable by those candidates. So again, we are going to open that up further, not just keep ourselves locked into that pool of people. So yes, we are.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yes, no problem. Any other questions for Jerry? All right, having none, finance director.
Boy,
I'm sorry.
I had my hand up.
I did not see you, hon. I didn't see you. You're not on the screen. There you go. How can I help? Yes, ma'am.
Jerry, could you explain to me why a part-time code enforcer is better than a full-time?
Well, I could just explain this. We're not sure where we are financially with our loss of revenues this year. And it'd be kind of difficult to say we're going to put a full-time code enforcement officer and find out we are lacking in funds and have to lay that person off, cut that position back. That's why I'm recommending a part-time position because we won't be paying the benefits and the salary.
Oh, you don't feel there's a need for a full-time code enforcer?
Ms. Boyd, I can tell you this. There's a need to give our police and fire probably about a 10 or 15% pay increase, but I don't believe we can afford it. There is a need for a full-time code enforcement officer, but I don't think we can afford it. But we're moving forward in the direction we think we need to do. Mr. Engel and I will be presenting the public safety pay increases because if we don't do something, we're going to be chasing this down the road all the time. We need to increase public safety wages. Our code enforcement is a very important part of the village, but I think we start off with a part-time person before we go full-time.
We'll be discussing that more, correct? Brian?
Yes, we will. However,
Right.
I understand where he's going. And so my point, just to kind of follow up on that, is if I'm bringing you in at 20 hours a week just on a part-time basis, and this week I may have a load that will maybe keep me or have me in the office for an additional 10 weeks, we can look at something like that. It's more of the status piece as a full-time that then those benefits begin to rise. Does that make sense? But certainly we want to get there, but we're just not where we need to be. Again, our police and fire are more important. We got to have our safety services in the village. But it's not like we're ignoring that position. We understand that. But I'd rather bring somebody in here on a part-time basis versus full-time. And then if I don't have the need to, if I'm down the road, Ms. Boyd, you're looking at me like, I understand what the need is now. I understand that. But if that person finds themselves, or we find themselves where we're spending, or they're spending an additional 10, 15 additional hours over the 20, then we come back to the table. But I believe that what's the problem at starting part-time? We haven't allowed a process or program or suggestion to even take place. And we are making it like we know for a fact that we know we need a full-time officer. We know that. But what I'm saying is because we don't, let's start part-time and increase that when we feel that can happen for full-time.
We'll be doing more.
We'll be talking. I hear you.
We'll be doing more discussion.
Sure we will.
Thank you.
Sure we will. All right. Finance Director's report.
The Finance Director's report, we discussed several things as Ms. Fitzgerald noted at Finance Committee. Very few changes from the Finance Committee report, quite honestly. I do have a listing of disbursements as well as receipts for council to approve. Also attached to the disbursements listing are a couple of invoices from Motorola. Mobilecom. These are invoices related to the fire department. My understanding is that these have already been approved. They just weren't approved while I was here. But they're larger invoices. One is for $31,928.17, and that was related to some work done at the firehouse. And the other one is for $15,516. That was also some work performed, I believe, at the house as well. Those will be getting paid here at the end of this month, beginning of next. So the very least, wanted to make council aware of those. Otherwise, I did note at Finance Committee that our bank reconciliations were complete up through February. As of today, they are complete up through April. I expect to have us current with bank reconciliations when we meet again for Finance Committee in August. And that is all I have, unless somebody has some questions for me.
There you go. Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
Right. Any questions for Tim? All right. Law Director's report.
Nothing to report tonight, Mayor.
Very well. All right. She got a more reporting than all of her ordinances tonight. I get it. So
Mayor.
Yes.
Mayor, I'm sorry. We do need to go ahead and approve that list of disbursements and receipts that I presented to council.
One moment. Is that your payment listing?
Yes, sir.
And that's for June 2020.
Correct.
You have your payment and receipts listed for 2020.
Correct. So you asked
June of 2020.
Tim, your request was what?
To approve.
Need a motion to
the
approve it.
listing of payments and receipts.
Okay.
For June 2020, right? For June 2020.
Yeah.
Correct, yes.
Correct. So I need a motion on the floor for giving Tim the authority for the payment and the receipt listing.
I'll make a motion to accept the June 2020 payment and receipt listing as presented to us by the Finance Director.
I second it.
All ayes.
Aye.
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 There are no nays. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, Tim. Any other questions for Tim? All right. So just a couple points that I wanted to point out. Continuing, I'm just urging our residents, if we come in contact with them, just continue to encourage them to practice safe. The numbers are rising. One day they rise, they start flattening out. So again, we just want to be very careful with the COVID. It's still real. School folk out there in the TV land, if you're hearing us on Zoom tonight, continue to keep posted for any school updates. Princeton, I believe, is going to come out with a plan on Friday for the fall semester. So keep that as well. Also, the superintendent has asked us as village officials just to possibly keep ourselves available to assist them in any effort that they may come against when that time comes. Again, I'll keep you all posted with that. And then lastly, I wanted to make sure that our residents are aware that a program that was approved by Hamilton County commissioners on last week, and it's a COVID-19 relief fund that includes rent and utility. So you have to go onto the website. It has been posted on our website here in the village, and it helps with rent and utility. So if you know of anybody that's out there that are having the hardship, share with them. But again, it is on the website for everybody to get on if they need be. Okay. So I thought that was very important for us to know what was going on with that.
Mayor, can I add?
Yes.
That COVID relief fund that the Hamilton County Commissioners approved not only includes the residents for rental assistance and utility assistance, but also small businesses. They can get up to, I believe it's $10,000, $2,500 to $5,000 to $10,000 for their expenses they incurred in trying to buy equipment, material, right, cleaning supplies, and that.
Correct.
For those businesses.
Okay, gotcha. So that again is on the website. We encourage them to do that as well. Lastly, next Saturday, which is August the 8th. Again, I will make sure that I get additional information. There is a group along that is partnering with Urban League of Cincinnati, where they're going to be giving out PPE kits. And for each business, you will get face mask, hand sanitizer. It was a list of things that she gave me today. And so I'm going to make sure that everybody on council is aware, and I really definitely am going to work with Jerry on getting it out to our businesses, because it is for businesses. And any business that has employees, 100 employees or less, is eligible for this. So we want to make sure that they get that. So I'll make sure that everybody is aware of that. Once I get the final printout tomorrow, they'll be sending it over. Any other questions? Yes, Pam.
The businesses have to be in Woodlawn or just any business?
It's any business, but we are promoting the businesses here in Woodlawn because the distribution will take place in Woodlawn. So we want to make sure that we are targeting our businesses.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay. All right. So any other questions for me? All right, having none, let's go into legislation.
The first item is Resolution 13-2020, a resolution authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a contract with J.K. Muir for storm sewer repairs.
Very well, thank you. I need a motion for suspension of the rules.
I make a motion for suspension of the rules for resolution number 13-2020.
Second.
Second.
Thank you. Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd. Ms. Boyd,
You're
Your
muted,
vote.
Ms. Boyd.
you're muted. There
Yes.
you go. We're voting on suspension of the rules. Did you say yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very well. I need a motion for passage of resolution number 13-2020.
I'll make a resolution for passage of resolution number 13-2020.
Second.
Right, thank you. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Yes.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Yes.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Thank you.
The next item is Resolution 14-2020, a resolution authorizing the municipal manager to enter into a contract with John R. Jurgison for the Jones Alley resurfacing project.
All right, and which one was that number?
That's 14.
And it's a resolution?
Correct.
So I got a question. Is that different from the list that we were presented?
That item was discussed at the end of law committee and it was sent out today.
No, I was looking at the legislation on the agenda for
That
14.
Resolution 14, resurfacing of Jones Alley.
It's different from here.
14 here
It's the
is
same thing.
Oh.
Court counsel. It's not else the same thing.
It's the same thing. If you look at that first sentence, whereas a portion of Jones Alley is in need of resurfacing.
Mhm.
Oh, I was just looking at the actual agenda. It was
It's
just-
on my agenda.
I must have another one. I don't know, but I just want to make sure I was on the right one.
I
Yeah.
think you're seeing what I'm seeing, Pam.
It's different.
Yeah, I think, Pam, you're seeing what I'm seeing.
Okay.
No worries. I know what you're saying.
Position for clerk and council is number
Correct.
14.
Okay,
Okay.
so you switched them a little? Okay.
Could be. All right,
For 14, it's for Jones Alley.
Right.
correct.
All right.
All right, one moment. I need to write something, team. All right, so I need a motion for suspension of the rules.
Make a motion for suspension of the rules for resolution 14-2020.
I'll second.
Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Yes.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Thank you. I need a motion for passage of resolution number 14.
Motion for passage for resolution 14, 2020.
15.
15,
14.
14.
14.
Oh, I thought we just did 14.
No, this is for
For
passage.
passage.
Okay, I got you. My bad.
Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Thank you. Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Thank you. All right.
Next one is Resolution 15, 2020, a resolution approving a revised job description for the position of Clerk of Council.
Okay. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay, you said 15, correct?
Correct.
Thank you. I need a motion to suspend the rules for Resolution 15, 2020.
Make a,
I'll
mo-
make. Go ahead.
make a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 15, 2020.
There's
I'll
second.
second.
Thank you. Roll call, Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of resolution number 15, 2020.
Motion for passage of resolution 15, 2020.
I'll second.
Okay, thank you. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Yes.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Thank you.
The next resolution is Resolution 16, 2020, a resolution approving a revised job description for the position of Office Administrator.
Tell me my number again.
That's 16,
Resolution number 16.
correct.
Bear with me, team. All right. All right, I need a motion to suspend the rules for Resolution 16.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules on resolution 16, 2020.
I second it.
Pam, was that you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, roll call, Miss Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very, very well.
I would like
I need a
a discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm just seeing this today. I guess I came yesterday after I had looked at my tablet. And so I'm just seeing it today. I have two questions. One is, it's about like the 11th bullet down, where it says create leads and manages monthly distribution of the village-wide newsletter. We don't do the newsletter monthly.
You know, you're right. I meant to change that to just newsletter, so we can make that edit.
Okay. And the other one would be the 13th one down, where it says support the special events within the village, i.e. summer concerts, series, etc. To me, well, just because you named summer concert, to me, that comes under recreation. And are we wanting this position, this person to work, support this, get this together? What is the meaning behind this? Do we want them to take time out of their day to make sure things are set up, so forth and so on? What's the meaning behind the support of it? And other special events. I mean, talking part-time positions, how far deep do you want them to get into the support of special events is my question.
So, go ahead, Jerry.
If I can add, this bullet point was in the original job description and it wasn't amended. I don't know what the whole reason behind all of it, but when I looked at this and saw that they're supporting the special events within the village, it's probably helped coordinating any special event. The recreation department has really done all the summer concerts, but if there's any other things that the office administrator has to handle, such as posting it to the website or getting word out, advertising, any promotions, any other assistance the rec director may need, I can see that person helping.
This is a part-time position.
Correct.
I think we need to be very careful. I think we need to be very careful about how this is being worded and the explanation to whomever is going to be taking this position as to exactly what their expectations would be.
Can I chime in on that? Can you hear me?
Sure.
I would say that administrative, just in the time that I've been here, the functions that you all are talking about that person doing was actually done by people through active Woodlawn. I don't know if maybe that's something that could be taken out of there, and then understanding that any assistance with the summer concert series came through people that worked on active Woodlawn.
As well as that's what you have your recreation.
Yeah, as well as people that's in the recreation department. So maybe it was just put in there originally, but I can tell you that we actually did everything through recreation and active Woodlawn as it related to summer concert series.
I would strongly suggest taking that example out.
I agree with that.
I don't know if, Mr. Poole, I apologize. I don't know if you can see me. I know sometimes you can't see everybody on the screen, but I did have my hand raised.
I did. Now I can see you.
Okay. So just to piggyback on what was already said, a suggestion, will we be more comfortable with it reading support special events within the village as determined and assigned by the municipal manager?
That would be better.
Rather than specifically naming.
Yeah, that would be much better. Speaking for myself, that would be much better.
I agree.
No problem.
So I've made those two edits. Is there anything further?
No, those are just the two things that jumped out at me.
Emily, I have a legal question.
Yes.
They adopt this, if they're going to vote to adopt this, do they need to do it with the job description as amended?
Yeah.
Or is it okay?
As amended, they need to vote to approve it with the amendments.
Okay. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
And you wanting an associate's degree preferred?
That's only a preference, Ms. Brown.
I got you.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, I need a motion for passage with the amending changes that we just did for resolution number 16.
I make a motion for resolution number 16 with the amended language.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, very well. Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Gary Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
The next item is Resolution 17, 2020, a resolution authorizing the payment of fringe benefits to the clerk of council / office administrator as provided for full-time employees.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules on resolution number 17, 2020.
I have a question. I'm not seeing that. Can you repeat that one again?
Yeah, it's a resolution authorizing the payment of fringe benefits to the clerk of council / office administrator
Okay,
as provided for full-time employees. Do you have it?
I do now, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sorry.
It simply treats someone who's holding both those part-time positions as a full-time employee for purposes of our benefits. And I think there was a motion to suspend.
I need a motion. I'm sorry?
Someone made a motion to suspend.
I did.
I need a motion
Right.
for suspension.
Yeah.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Robert. All right. Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Gary Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson.
Aye.
I need a motion for passage of resolution number 17.
I make a motion for passage for resolution number 17.
Second.
Very well. Roll call. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Gary Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
and Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very well, thank you.
Mayor, I believe with respect to resolution number 18, you were going to ask for a motion.
Is that for, 18?
Yes.
All right. Team, this is resolution number 18. I am asking a motion to be read by its entirety by Council Member Kiana Trabue.
Second. I make that motion.
Thank you. Is there a second to the motion?
Second it.
Thank you. Emily, can I do an all ayes?
That's fine.
Very well. All ayes.
Aye.
Aye.
There
Aye.
are no nays. Thank you. I appreciate that. Ms. Trabue, if you can go ahead and present resolution number 18, 2020.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. I'm going to have to turn off my professional voice and put on my dramatic voice for this one.
Oh, my.
So it reads, Village of Woodlawn, Ohio, resolution number 18, 2020. A resolution congratulating Michael L. and Lentine Trabue on their 50th wedding anniversary. Whereas it was a beautiful day full of joy and excitement, and the weather forecast was sunny and bright, when the Reverends Leonard Coffin and Ollie Gray stood with the families and friends who gathered on July 18, 1970, at St. Luke AME Zion in Lincoln Heights, Ohio, to celebrate with Michael and Lentine, or Trey and Lynn, as they are affectionately called, as they declared their wedding vows. And whereas 1 Corinthians chapter 13 says, love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not boast, love is not proud, love is not rude, love is not selfish, love is not easily angered, love keeps no record of wrongs, love does not delight in evil, love rejoices in truth, love always protects, love always trusts, love always hopes, love always perseveres, love never fails. And whereas in 1978, Michael and Lentine moved into the village of Woodlawn and now celebrate 50 years together and have shared love, laughter, and joy. Together with their children, Michelle and Kiana, they have made long-lasting memories and set great examples of love and commitment for their grandchildren, Travell, Brooklyn, Jayla, Lauren, Jackson, and Skylar. And whereas Michael is a U.S. Navy veteran and retired from Hamilton County Developmental Disability Services in 2008, and Lynn Ting retired from Ford Motor Company in 2007. And as such, they now have even more freedom to serve the village and enjoy each other, travel, and make memories for the years to come. Their union has stood the test of time, and on Saturday, July 18th, 2020, they commemorated 50 years of love, trust, partnership, tolerance, tenacity, and friendship. And whereas marriages such as the Trabus are truly the rock-solid foundation upon which our society is built, and a beacon of sanity and continuity in these turbulent times. And whereas Mayor Brian Poole and the members of Village Council desire to formally recognize and congratulate the Trabus on their anniversary and wish them well for the years to come. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Village of Woodlawn, Hamilton County, Ohio, a majority of all concurring, that the mayor and members of Village Council hereby join the family and friends of Trey and Lynn in celebrating their golden wedding anniversary as they look back with happiness and pride on the cherished years they have shared together and the milestones that they have spent side by side. That a copy of this resolution be presented to Trey and Lynn in recognition of their 50th wedding anniversary.
Very well. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Yes, I'm just excited. I'm just excited to witness anybody who's been married for 50 years. So I'm just excited about that, and was happy to come down on that day on July the 18th. So I'm happy for that. So with that being said, I do need a suspension of the rules for resolution 18.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules for resolution number 18, 2020.
Second it.
Pam, did I hear you say second?
Yes.
All right, thanks. Rosemary Brown?
Aye.
All right. Kiana Trabue?
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald?
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter?
Aye.
Robert Lawson?
Aye.
Esther Boyd? Esther Boyd?
Yes, I'm sorry.
No worries. All right. I need a motion for passage of resolution 18, 2020.
I'll make a,
Go ahead.
wait,
Go ahead.
I'll make a motion for passage of resolution number 18, 2020.
And I'll second.
Very well. Roll call. Esther Boyd?
Yes.
Robert Lawson?
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald?
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter?
Aye.
Rosemary Brown?
Aye.
Kiana Trabue?
Aye.
Thank you.
And congratulations to the Trabus.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Mhm.
Moving on, the next item is Ordinance 2020-8, an ordinance certifying proposed amendments of the Woodlawn Charter recommended by the Charter Review Commission to the Hamilton County Board of Elections and declaring an emergency.
Very well. I need a motion for suspension of the rules.
I make a motion for suspension of the rules for ordinance 2020-8. 2020.
Number 8, correct.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call. Rosemary Brown?
Aye.
Kiana Trabue?
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald?
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter?
Aye.
Robert Lawson?
Aye.
Esther Boyd?
Yes.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 8, 2020.
I make a motion for passage of ordinance number 8, 2020.
I'll
Second it.
second. Pam.
Thank you. All right, roll call. Rosemary Brown?
Aye.
Kiana Trabue?
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald?
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter?
Aye.
Robert Lawson?
Aye.
Esther Boyd?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Make a motion declaring ordinance 8, 2020 an emergency.
Second.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, thank you for keeping me on my toes, because I just put that one aside and I
I
forgot.
know, I saw that.
You seen that, huh?
Mhm.
Uh-huh. All right, this is the
The good
emergency
vice mayor you
clause.
got there.
Yeah. Yeah, very well. All right. So Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Derek Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Very well, thank you.
The next item is Ordinance 2020-9, an ordinance authorizing the use of insurance in place of an indemnity bond and declaring an emergency.
Very well. I need a motion to suspend the rules for 2020-9.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 2020-9.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Roll call, Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Derek Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 9, 2020.
Make a motion for passage of ordinance number, we're seeing it both ways, 2020-9.
No worries.
I have a question.
Sure.
I apologize, y'all. Are we on 9 or 10?
9.
9.
Got it. Thank you.
I just need a second on
I'll
the.
second.
Thank you. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Derek Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very well.
Want to make that motion to declare ordinance number 2020-9 an emergency?
I need to keep reading for real, right?
I'll second that.
Wait a minute. All right, very well. Roll call, Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Derek Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
All right. Very well.
All right. The next item is 2020-10, an ordinance authorizing the finance director to execute a contract with a regional council of governments for the purpose of administration and collection of municipal income tax in the village of Woodlawn, Ohio, and declaring an emergency.
One moment.
I have a question.
Yeah,
Do you
Go
ask-
ahead.
Do you ask that before suspension or after the suspension?
You can have you can have discussion whenever you'd like
Yes.
on this.
Go ahead, Mr. Burkhalter. Go ahead.
So the discussion is, this is to enter into contract with Rita for our tax collection, correct?
Correct.
Is this vote in regards to entering the contract with Rita and keeping our
Current.
current tax commissioner?
That is correct. That is correct.
Okay,
That part is written into the ordinance.
Correct.
but if we don't read it entirely, the public doesn't know. So this ordinance is going.
Would you like us, sorry, I was gonna, do you have it in front of you, Mr. Burkhalter?
I do.
Okay. I was gonna say, can we read it in its entirety like we did before?
I believe this is important that we need to read it in its entirety.
So that would take a motion.
I'll make a motion that we read ordinance number 2020-10 in its entirety, and that it be read by Councilmember Burkhalter.
Now you're gonna make me pull it up on.
So wait a minute. Let me stop there because the brother is hoarse. Kiana, dang, you trying to kill him?
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
The motion again is to read the ordinance in its entirety. Kiana moved the motion. Who seconded the motion?
I second.
Burkhalter. All right. So, So the motion on the floor is again to read this in entirety. Roll call. Rosemary Brown. Rosemary.
She was sitting there. She's not there as far as the video.
Okay.
Mr.
I
Poole.
had to know if my battery is running low. Aye.
Oh, okay.
I had to run and I get my charger.
No worries. Astor Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Gary Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue.
Aye.
Very well. Emily, go ahead and read that in its entirety, please.
So whereas a regional council of governments was created pursuant to Chapter 167 of the Ohio Revised Code to foster cooperation between municipalities, and whereas the creation of the Regional Council of Governments was primarily to establish a central collection facility, the Regional Transit Tax Agency, for the purpose of administering the income tax laws of the various participating member communities, and whereas Village Council desires to enter into an agreement with the Regional Council of Governments for the collection of municipal income tax. Now therefore be ordained by the Council of the Village of Woodlawn, Hamilton County, Ohio, a majority of all members duly elected thereto concurring. Section 1, that the Finance Director is authorized to execute on behalf of the Village of Woodlawn a contract with the Regional Council of Governments for the administration and collection of on income tax. In Section 2, this ordinance shall not be deemed to eliminate the position of tax commissioner in the village. The position of tax commissioner shall continue to have responsibilities for the administration of income tax collection.
Thank you.
And there's no emergency clause on that,
There is, on my copy, there is.
but okay.
So for
Oh,
more,
I'm sorry. Okay. I'm looking at an old copy.
Okay. Mr. Burkhalter, you had a question?
for more clarity to the public and to our residents, this is a one-year contract that if we deem to, after 6 months, to not utilize the services, we at least have to give a 6-month
Notice. Correct.
We could get out of this contract within a full year.
Correct.
But there really isn't a contract. I think, should we have some clarification of that?
Correct. I was going to say there's really not a contract. We just have to give them 6 months that we are planning to exit the program.
There is actually
There is a contract.
Well,
There
in
is-
terms of,
There will be a contract. We're not in a contract with them currently.
I think what he was saying in terms of how we get out, we just have to know.
What I was saying is there's a set fee or a roundabout set fee for the 1-year contract. And if we deem that these services are services that we do not feel are beneficial or what we want to do in the village, we have to notify them 6 months in advance, and we can get out of the contract.
Right.
No penalties.
That's correct.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I was responding to the question about if we are in a contract currently.
Oh, okay. I see your hand over there, Ms. Boyd.
Can we talk about how much this contract is? Or we don't talk about that right now?
We don't know how much it is.
Well, I think your question is, are you saying what we will be paying them? It's all based on their collection. Am I correct, Tim?
Okay, an estimate about how much we do, their collection, do we know how much that they are supposed that they will be collecting? Any idea?
So they have a formula that they utilize for a fee. If they collect about the same amount of money as as we have gotten, that fee would be between $113,000 and $123,000. If it's literally the same amount, it'd be closer to that $113,000 number.
For 1 year?
Yes, ma'am.
Plus, is it plus like if they had to take anyone to do an assessment, take them to legal actions to collect the money, they also collect the percentage of that also?
Yeah, so if they have to take somebody to court, I guess for lack of a better term, attorney's fees and court fees and all that are split among the individual subdivisions. So if they have some from us and some from other municipalities and all that, they split that attorney's fee. But yes, that is an extra fee if they have to take people to court.
And where will they be taking them to court? Hamilton County, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions for Tim?
Yeah, let me ask the question. So with Rita, are they giving an assumption of how much extra taxes they will be collecting over and above what we generally get, or is there any way of knowing that?
No, there's no way of knowing that until we utilize the service.
And
They've done what they can to provide estimates of what they've done for other municipalities, but there's not a way for them to estimate what they can do for us specifically.
Did they provide information on what they've done for other communities? Like before Rita, before Rita, this community collected 100,000. Then after Rita, they increased it by 40% or something like that, just to make sure that it's a good value for the investment.
I'm sorry, Stephen, my audio cut out. Can you say that again?
The
Stephen,
answer is yes.
let me answer that question. We have presented information from other communities that joined RETA, similar to our size, and they have shown us that they've collected anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000 extra in collections, and because they have better resources than local communities do, because of the Regional Council of Governments is so large. They have access to like IRS files and things like that. So, I anticipate our costs as we continue to grow and receive additional revenue. Our cost is going to go up with RETA, but it's only a small percentage. Our revenues, we're paying them 3%, 4%. We're getting 97% or 96%. It's better than getting nothing. So I see this as a win for the village because of their abilities and their resources.
Right. I think I provided some examples to council, but just kind of thinking back to some of those, even if they collect an extra $100,000, that costs us less than $10,000 in terms of their fees.
Any other questions?
Well, and I wanted to be honest before we answer everything to the public, answer this. Tim, I understand what you're saying, but if we collect an extra $100,000, we already have a set amount where we already pay our tax commissioner. And I don't know if we want to put that out there, or I know it's public knowledge or whatever, but we're increasing our tax department now by between $110,000 and $130,000. So if they don't generate at least $130,000 or more, we're breaking even. An extra $130,000 or more.
I'm sorry. So the question is, if they don't generate an extra 130,000, we're losing money. Is that what you're asking?
So we're already bringing in X amount of dollars and they're charging us by that. If they do status quo and we're already generating and we're paying them right now an extra $110,000 or $130,000, we're actually in the hole that amount. They would at least have to generate
Double
what we're paying them. They would at least have to generate what we're paying them for us to break even.
We would at least have to generate what we're paying them to break even. I think the answer to the question is yes.
Okay.
I believe the answer is yes to what you're asking me, if I understand it correctly.
Yes. Okay. And we have within 6 months, if they're not generating the amount that we deem that the benchmark we deem that they need to be generating, we can let them know that we're going to opt out of the contract. Correct?
Yes.
Yes, you can break the. You just have to give them 6 months notice. That is correct.
Okay.
Mr. Burkhardt, you got any other questions, boss?
That's it.
You okay? Okay. All right. So I almost forgot where I'm at. I am at the suspension of the rules of ordinance number 2020-10.
Do we need a motion for that?
I need a motion to suspend the rules.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance number 2020-10.
A second.
I didn't hear somebody. Was that you, dude?
Yes, I second.
Okay. All right. Roll call. Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Kiana Trabue.
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter.
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
All right, very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 10/2020.
I'll make a motion for passage of ordinance number 10/2020.
Okay. There's a second on the motion?
I second.
All right, roll call. Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Wait a minute, y'all. All right, there you go. Rosemary Brown, she said aye. Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
No.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
No.
Robert Lawson,
No.
Esther Boyd.
No.
Okay. Law Director, we look like we have a tie. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And how do we handle from here?
Mayor breaks the tie.
All right, I am going to affirm with my vote yes to enter into this contract with Rita.
Okay.
Thank you.
We will not have the emergency clause.
Will or will not?
We will not, due to the vote.
Okay. Very well. But in terms of us entering with them, that is a pass?
Correct.
All right, very well. All right, and what's up? What we got next, Emily?
Okay. See where we were. Ordinance 11/2020, an ordinance repealing ordinance numbers 32, 2016 and 3, 2016, reinstating ordinance number 23, 2015 for the remainder of the calendar year ending December 31st, 2020, and modifying the distribution of earned income tax effective January 1, 2021.
What's this number again?
11.
Thank you. All right, I need a suspension of the rules for ordinance number 11/2020.
I'm sorry. Did you say
Okay.
reinstating ordinance number 2315 or number 315?
2315.
It should be 23, 2015. Okay.
23. I'm looking at 23.
Okay.
Okay. Motion to suspend the rules?
I make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance number 2020 dash, what was it?
11.
11.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll second.
Thank you. All right, roll call. Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
All right, very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 2020-11.
Make a motion for passage of ordinance number 2020-11.
Second.
Roll call. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very well.
The next item is ordinance 12/2020, an ordinance amending appropriations for the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2020.
Very well. I need a motion for suspension of the rules of ordinance number 12-2020.
I'll make a motion to suspend the rules on ordinance number 12/2020.
Did I say passage or suspension?
Suspension.
Okay, very well. Second on the motion?
I second.
Thank you. All right. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 12/2020.
Motion for passage of ordinance number 12/2020.
I'll second it.
Okay. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Thank you.
And the next item is ordinance number 13, 2020, an ordinance to advance up to $1,200 from the general fund to the state fire and equipment grant fund.
Very well. I need a motion for suspension of the rules of ordinance number 13, 2020.
Make a
Oh,
motion. Go ahead.
Ms. Brown,
Make a motion for suspension of the rules for ordinance number 13, 2020.
I second it.
thanks, ma'am. All right. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 13, 2020.
Make a motion for passage for ordinance number 14, 2020.
There a second to the motion?
I'll second.
Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Very well.
And that was 13.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The next one is 14, 2020, an ordinance to transfer $7,803.11 from the general fund to the Woodlawn Meadows Special Assessment Fund.
Very well. I need a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance number 14, 2020.
I have a discussion. Can we repeat that to increase it?
Yes.
Say that-
Transfer.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that ordinance again?
14.
No, can you repeat that ordinance?
It
Oh.
is an ordinance to transfer $7,803.11 from the general fund to the Woodlawn Meadows Special Assessment Fund.
Okay. I
And
heard
this
it.
was money that we received, but it was put into the general fund instead of put into the right fund.
Assessment fund.
All right.
Okay. I need a motion for suspension.
Make a
I'll make
motion. Make a motion for suspension of the rules for ordinance number 14, 2020.
I second it.
Thanks, ma'am. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Rosemary Brown.
Aye.
All right, very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 14, 2020.
Make a motion for passage for ordinance 15, 2020.
14. Isn't it 14, isn't it?
I'm sorry, 14, 2020.
Yeah, who seconded the motion?
I did. Garrett. Second.
Okay. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Very well.
And the last one, ordinance 15, 2020, an ordinance to transfer up to $15,586.37 from the general fund to the debt service fund.
All right, suspension of the rules. I need a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance number 15, 2020.
Make a motion to suspend the rules for ordinance 15, 2020.
I second it.
Okay, thank you. Rosemary Brown,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Esther Boyd.
Yes.
Very well. I need a motion for passage of ordinance number 15, 2020.
Make a motion for passage of ordinance 15, 2020.
I'll second it.
Very well. Esther Boyd,
Yes.
Rosemary Brown,
Yeah. Aye.
Robert Lawson,
Aye.
Kiana Trabue,
Aye.
Garrett Burkhalter,
Aye.
Pam Fitzgerald.
Aye.
Very well.
That's all we have.
Is that all you got? All right. All right. All right. Anything else that comes before this council tonight?
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick. I'm gonna be really, really quick. I may not see you all before my last day. I just want to thank you all for the opportunity to serve the village of Woodlawn. I wish you all really well in the future. And if there's anything I can do to help as you go forward, I'm just a phone call away. But thank you all for the opportunity. And it's been a real pleasure. So thank you. I
We
appreciate it.
thank you, Steve, for
Thank
your
you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
that you have spent with us. So the feeling is mutual. Hate to see anybody leave, but we always want to wish anybody who is going for better for their family to do well. And so don't want to become selfish, but we wish you well. And so we know where you're at. You can't get away from us that fast. So again, congratulations on your new endeavors. Again,
Steve, when is your last day?
August 7th.
Thank you.
And I just want to say thank you to Steve. Also, just a real quick, nothing personal. It's some things that Steve had in the works that we're working to implement in the village of Woodlawn. And when we do bring those things, to the village of Woodlawn, we will give you a shout out, Steve, as far as being the front runner and spearhead of those activities. So I just want to say thank you for your service to the village and your ideas and everything. And like I say, when we do some of the things that we've recently talked about, I'm going to definitely give you a shout out. I appreciate you.
Okay, appreciate you too. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Very well. If there's nothing else that comes before this council, I do need a motion for an adjournment.
I'll make a motion for adjournment.
I'll second it.
All ayes?
Aye.
Very well. It is now 8:31. 8:31, and the regular council meeting here in the village of Woodlawn, July 28th, has concluded. Thank you all. Have a
Thank
great
you.
evening. And we'll be
Thank you. Thanks.
Hey,
Bye.
Bye-bye.
hey.
So, thank you.